Hello everyone, welcome back to Roy's Tutorials. Today I'm going to be showing you how to solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube. So, getting started, I already got it nice and mixed up. And you're going to try and solve one layer. But as you can see this, if we try and insert the last piece, it looks like a face is done, but actually it's not solved. As you see, these two have to both be green. These two have to both be yellow. These two have to both be blue, and these two have to both be white. So this is just a face, it's not a layer. So this is not fine. Just mix it up again. Usually what I do when I start, I look for a piece, and I try to put another piece of the right color on top. This is not on the right color, you see. This is white, and it should be yellow. This has to be the same color too, and it's not. So you want to try and move around the pieces until you have a block like this. Then you pick one of the two colors of the block, yellow or orange in this case, and then you're just going to do that face. So for example, I'm going to pick yellow, and what you want to do, you want to find another yellow piece and put it up into the other layer, like this. You see, now the yellow is on top, and there's just one remaining yellow piece that we need to put right here. So there are a few different cases. So you want to bring it as close as possible, like right here in the bottom, that these two need to be flipped, like. And so if the yellow color is on the bottom, you do this. Right side down, bottom side twice, right side up, bottom side clockwise, right side down, bottom side counterclockwise, and right side up, like this. And that solves your layer. Now for the other case, if the yellow is on your right, like this, you do this. Right side down, bottom side counterclockwise, right side up. And for the last case, this, if the yellow was facing you, you move the bottom side counterclockwise, right side down, bottom side clockwise, and right side up. And that solves your first layer. And that's your first goal. And then here, there are a few algorithms that you need to memorize. But actually, there's a simpler way to doing it without algorithms, or just one or two algorithms like that. So what you want to do is you want to make all this white, even if you don't solve these sides. So for example, this one, it needs to be rotated. You see, the white needs to go up here. So there's a simple way for this to solve that. You hold it on your front top right, like here, and you do this. You move the right side down, the bottom side counterclockwise on towards the left, right side up, bottom side on the right, and you do that again until that piece is white. And then, as you see, the yellow is not solved anymore, so you just rotate the top until you have an unsolved piece on the same spot, so on your top right here, and you keep doing the same thing until the piece is solved. And sometimes it can take like four times. And as you can see, now all the top is white here. And we just have to do PLL. PLL, what it means is permutation of the last layer. And permutation in this case is just swapping these two pieces. As you can see, the yellow, we keep it on the bottom. And there are like 3 different cases here. So there's this case when just these two need to be swapped, which you do this algorithm. You hold them on your right, you move the right side up, so R, then U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. And that solves the cube. If you don't understand what I'm saying, like R prime, U prime, that kind of thing, I recommend you go watch my video on how to read algorithm notation on a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, and then you'll understand. Now, going back to the other case, we have this one. When instead of these two being swapped, we have these two being swapped, diagonal swap, like that. So you hold them in any face you want, as long as the unsolved pieces are on the top. So you can hold it like this, or you can hold it like this, or like this, or like this. Just not like this, okay? The unsolved pieces are on the top. You do F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. And that solves the cube. Now for the last case, this is the most complicated one, relatively. And so it's these two pieces that need to be swapped, and these two pieces that need to be swapped. So this is like an E-perm on a 3x3, and this is the algorithm. So you hold the two pairs. For example, you want to swap these two so that you keep those on the right and the other pair on the left. Like this, it won't be solved. Just like that. And you do this. You face the top, X, then R, U prime, R prime, D, R, U, R prime, D prime, R, U, R prime, D, R, U prime, R prime, D prime. And that solves the cube. A simpler way you can do this last case is this. So we always have that case where these two need to be swapped and these two need to be swapped, but you can just move the top face by once, and then you have that diagonal swap case, which you can do like this in the algorithm I showed you. And there we go. Those are all the cases to the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. And I guess this is goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you will be notified when I will launch new tutorials. So see you next time.